Hi, my name is Jared Brown and I'm a welding instructor with Lincoln Tech in Denver, Colorado. Today I would like to explain fillet welds and T-joints using GMAW or gas metal arc welding, MIG welding. I'm using 035 hard wire with a 7525 argon to carbon dioxide shielding gas. I'm using 1/4 inch mild steel coupons here to make my T-joints. So the first thing you want to do when you get a piece of bar here, flat bar stock to cut your pieces out of, you're going to need a tape measure, obviously, and then some sort of a straight edge, it doesn't really matter, and then some sort of a marking utensil, soapstone. This is a silver streak. This is great for fabricators. You're really able to make really fine and precise lines, especially if you're needing to find the center of holes or certain things like that. So I had a 36-inch piece of this bar stock here. This is 1.5 inches wide, 1/4 inch. Like I said, I had 36 inches of it. So what I did is I just measured 4-inch pieces, marked them, took them to my bandsaw, chopped them into these pieces. So the next thing that I want to do once I have my all of my individual pieces here is I want to get all the mill scale off. In order to put down a good weld, preparation is pretty key when you set up any type of joint, whether it's a lap joint, T-joint, if you're doing a groove weld, anything. You want to get any contamination, any mill scale, anything off of the steel. You're going to have a lot better result with your weld. So what I like to do with this is I'll get these sanding pads, these soft wheels, flapper discs. There's people call them all kinds of things. This one here has been well worn, well used. I've got a pair of vice grips here. I've clamped it down, and then I'm just going to go over just loosely to get any mill scale off. As you can see, it doesn't take much at all. The next piece, I only really need to clean it, and just for time saving, I'm only going to do where my weld is going to go. Always use your guards on your angle grinders, kind of one of the biggest things. This is a really dangerous tool. You can throw it into your hand. These things can explode. That guard's just going to always protect you. So, pro tip there. So once I have the mill scale off on my parts, now like I said, I only really need to grind this one to get that mill scale off where the weld is going to go. And the way that I have this fit up is I just have a 90-degree magnet. I'm able to put my piece in, backing it up, slide it down. And then this doesn't have to be precise, so I'm just kind of eyeballing it in there. That's a pretty good T-joint. As you can see, where I'm going to put that weld into that joint is clean of any contamination, any mill scale. I'm not going to have any issues. So I'm going to grab my hood. And then I'm just going to make 2 tacks. I like to put my tacks on the very end of both sides. That way it's not going to interfere with my weld bead when I put it in there. So to one side. Pull it out of there, and now I've got a nice T-joint. So with a T-joint, I'm welding right inside of there. Most of the time, you're going to have a root pass, your first pass, and you're going to have your hot pass, or your next, your fill, and you're going to have more covers. In school, in my class, I like to have them do, 6 passes. So they'll do 1 root, initial pass, 2 on top of that, and then 3 on top of that. That gives you an idea how to work your gun angle, how to stack those welds, have them tie in and fuse nicely with each other. So now a quick rundown on the positions. We have flat, horizontal, vertical, and overhead. And when we're talking fillet welds, it's going to be 1F would be the flat, and that is this. This would be a flat position right here. Some people would think that's flat, that's not. That's really a 2F, that's a horizontal position. In T-joints with fillet welds, this is a 1F. And basically you just want to have the joint of that, where your 2 pieces fit up, right in the root of that joint, straight down. You kind of open it up so it's just a V down in there. And then you're gonna weld straight down in there. That would be your 1F. Now your 2F is going to be your horizontal, how I have set up here. And I like to set everything up so it's as comfortable as possible for me. So this way I can get right in here. I can put my first pass and then I have to start working gun angle. Gun angle is everything when I'm gonna start stacking beads inside of there. But I'm pretty good here. I've got a good prop here with my left arm. I can get in there perfect. I can get all that travel. That's a good 2F or horizontal position. Now I go into my 3F, or my vertical position. Vertical up is the way we like to run it. You can run vertical down. The kind of the limitation of vertical down is going to be material thickness. 1/4 inch is probably about the max amount of thickness that you want to go down with. The reason being is if you're going vertical down, gravity's pulling that puddle super fast. You're moving your heat super fast. You're not getting good penetration. So doing a vertical up allows you to stay in that weld puddle longer, more heat into the workpiece, better penetration, better weld deposit. It's just better. So again, I'm gonna have everything set up so I got a good prop. I'm coming in here, and now if I was going to weld this, however, I've got travel up and down. And then finally is gonna be the 4F, or the overhead position. And again, overhead position is basically a horizontal position that you flipped 180 degrees. Again, having a good prop, so you can get in there. I like to use this. I'll rest my arm in there, and then I'm aiming right here. This would be my overhead position for a 4F T-joint fillet weld. I've got good travel, feels good. That is 1F, 2F, 3F, and 4F in T-joints with fillet welds.